Hey everyone, welcome back to Lucky Fortune English.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Vincent, and we're ready for another deep dive with you all.
That's right. Today, we're taking a closer look at Taurus and their boundaries.
Oh yeah, this was a listener request, right?
It was! Someone out there really wants to understand those Taurus boundaries.
And who can blame them? Taurus is known for being, well, let's just say they know what they want.
That's putting it mildly. But there's more to it than just being stubborn, you know?
Okay, so spill the tea. What's this deep dive all about?
Well, we've got this article excerpt here, and it's less about typical Taurus traits and more about how to navigate their world.
Ooh, I like that, like a guidebook for dealing with a Taurus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the main message is loud and clear. Respect Taurus, be honest with them, and you'll be golden. But cross a line.
Don't leave us hanging.
Let's just say this article doesn't sugarcoat the consequences.
Okay, so color me intrigued.
Yeah.
This sounds way more intense than just, oh, Taurus likes routine.
Right, it gets at something much deeper, and I think it has a lot to do with Taurus being an earth sign ruled by Venus.
So we're talking about stability, harmony.
And fairness. That's huge for Taurus. Reciprocity is basically their love language. They give a lot, but they expect the same in return.
Makes sense. Everyone wants to feel valued, but for Taurus, it sounds like it's non-negotiable.
Absolutely. The article even uses this awesome phrase, 2 ribs and a knife, to describe how intensely Taurus protects their loved ones.
Wow, 2 ribs and a knife. That's powerful imagery.
Right. But it cuts both ways, you know? That fierce loyalty comes with high expectations.
Yeah, I can totally see why our listener wanted us to unpack this. Imagine being close to a Taurus and accidentally stepping on those toes.
Oof, you wouldn't want to do that. And this article isn't just about money matters, which Taurus is known for being careful about.
Oh, so there are other boundaries we need to be aware of?
Totally. We're talking about emotional boundaries, those unspoken lines that you really don't want to cross.
Okay, but how do you even know what those lines are? They're unspoken, right?
Well, the tricky thing is, Taurus is actually pretty forgiving. They give second chances. But they're also incredibly observant. It's like they're always taking notes.
Ooh, that sounds a little intimidating.
Right. But the article's pretty clear. Once that patience runs out, it's game over. That warmth and generosity Taurus is known for can vanish, and there's no going back.
Whoa. So once they've made up their mind, that's it. No more second chances.
It sounds that way. And it makes sense when you consider how sensitive Taurus actually is deep down.
That's the thing, right? They seem so grounded and steady on the outside.
Right. But underneath that calm surface is a whole world of emotions. They feel everything deeply. Joy, sadness, jealousy, you name it.
But they don't necessarily show it, do they? The article mentions something about preferring to process emotions alone.
Yeah, like listening to sad music or even laughing through the pain. It almost seems counterintuitive for an earth sign.
It does. You'd think they'd want to talk things out, get practical advice.
Right, but they need that space to recharge, to protect themselves. And that's key to understanding those boundaries.
So what's the big takeaway here? If you're dealing with a Taurus, what do you need to remember?
Simply put, don't underestimate them. Their boundaries might not be obvious, and they might not always voice their displeasure, but that doesn't mean it's not there.
So basically, treat them with respect and honesty.
Exactly. And don't take their kindness for granted, because once that trust is broken, it's really, really hard to earn back.
Wow. This has been such an eye-opening conversation. So to recap, Taurus values honesty, respect, and that all-important give and take.
Right. And while those boundaries might not always be spelled out for you, crossing them, well, let's just say it's not a good idea.
Words to live by. This was a fantastic deep dive. Thanks for sharing your insights.
My pleasure. And remember, this is just one perspective. There's a whole universe of information out there about Taurus. Keep exploring.
Absolutely. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future deep dives.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
See you next time.